just got very intensely drug controlled.
They didn't let us go through and wanted to make a very detailed check, and they pulled us into such a hall where they could even go underneath the car. And he came to the window and was standing there, tobacco, marijuana, and I was like, see? Just because I understood what he means, and he's like, yeah, you have? No. It was just like, I guess that's what you're searching for. I don't think you're gonna tell me now that I can't carry a bottle of milk.
They asked Paul to open all the doors on the side, and we're like, okay, sure.
Toilets he didn't want to look in detail. They did ignore the food box, but they looked sort of in detail into the backpacks, though I observed them and I didn't find half the openings in the backpack. They were very interested in my toolboxes and asked me whether I got my power drive in Germany, and checked it, and were like very happy to see such a thing.
They didn't really speak English, so it was basically open, close, as like open the cupboard, close the cupboard. And like they were asking lots of questions about Paul's electric unicycle. We couldn't answer them. I think they wanted to know what it does, but Paul couldn't show them because he can't just get on it and zoom around if they don't say he can. They asked me to open and close every cupboard and fridge and everything. They didn't look in the bathroom really. They opened the door and then closed it again. There's a lot of cupboards in the bathroom and they did not care. Anyway, it was very funny to see what they want to look at and what they don't. They asked to see into the bonnet.
That was a little bit embarrassing. I need to look into that.
Paul couldn't open it.
In our case, we don't have any pull lever down here or buttons. We need to put the key in front of the bonnet. Or it seems to have done like this, which I did, and it did make this first click, but there's always this extra hook. And I did not know how to release this extra hook thing. I need to look into that. That was embarrassing, but luckily they didn't mind in the end.
I think they realized we can't hide anything in there because we can't open it.
In my opinion, they could, like, there's a 50-50 chance that they tap into anything that we would hide, or they don't, because, well, they didn't do a very good search. I suppose halfway they also just look out for reactions.
But anyway, we're in North Macedonia now, and at the North Macedonia border actually, they were asking about, do we have reservations? Where are we planning to stay? And we're like, well, we're sleeping in this. And then the guy who checked our passports was like, yeah, you can go. So we drove a bit forwards and there was a barrier and we couldn't get past the barrier because it was closed because no one opened it for us. So we're standing there like, hello, can we get through? Eventually a guy came and was like asking us some more questions about where are we staying, how long are we staying? Hi, so I'm currently editing this video in October. So it's about 3 months since we were in North Macedonia. A week ago, I saw a reel on Instagram where a woman was talking about like 5 things you need to know before visiting North Macedonia. And she mentioned that you need to register with the police within 48 hours of arriving in a town. And I was like, I never heard about this. So I did a bit of Googling to see if that also applies to campers and whatever, because apparently if you stay in like a hotel, they do it for you, otherwise you have to do it yourself. And so it turns out you do have to do this. Every time you go to a different town, you have to register with the police in that town, otherwise there's like a €1,000 fine. We didn't register with the police. We didn't know we had to. We hardly ever were actually in a town or near a town. And when we were leaving, no one asked about it. So, I don't know. In Italy, I researched for every country between Italy and Hungary, basically, that we are gonna go to. I researched what laws we need to be aware of, driving laws, COVID rules, visa stuff, whether there's any rules for tourists and stuff like that. So that should have come up in that research, however it didn't. So if you're going to North Macedonia, that's something to be aware of. I think it would be very helpful if they make it a bit easier to find. I found out about it through that reel, and then I googled police registration North Macedonia tourists, and only once I put in all those keywords did I actually get a result for it. And when I googled what do you need to know before entering North Macedonia, it didn't come up.
Slovenia, we spent next to the one lake, and after we crossed the border, we now climbed up a mountain up to 1,200, 300, 400 meters, and now we're going down that mountain to a lake that, for an eye that hasn't seen those lakes too often, looks like an exact copy.
Greece is so close and yet so far away. It's like Morocco. We can see it, but yeah, we don't have time.
Because we need to get back to Germany. We have a tight time frame.
Yeah, 4 weeks. 4 weeks we have to be in Germany. 4.
We also would like to spend more time in pretty much every country now. Take a couple more countries into our route, but we can't. We have like we estimate about like a week for Serbia. We would love to spend much more time there, but not possible. A gap year for whole Europe is just not enough. Either way, gonna find a nice spot next to the lake again, I suppose, no?
Yeah.
Yeah. Since yesterday we are in North Macedonia, and as we're coming to the end of the whole thing, we need to try and sell this van. So now one of the easiest things is the internet. Mobile.de is how we found this van. This is how we hope to sell it again. So luckily in North Macedonia my phone contract works, and I can actually use it to set up the ad. Then you have to complete all those details. Now most of them I have done. Some of it is like questions where I just like, I want to know, but I don't know exactly, and we have so many papers sitting around. And then of course we have to take pictures, set an actual price, which is a bit hard for us, because like, what do we know? I imagine and I hope that the selling process will be easier than the buying process, but who knows?
Of all the bits of our van, and it needs to look nice, and we don't want to have too much clutter in it. So this is currently the state, because this area and this area and that area have been photographed already. And
photographed sounds like kind of professional here.
And now we're working on that bit, so everything that was there is now here. Yeah.
Good opportunity to clean the van.
That is true.
Total nuts. I risked my life, the life of a turtle. Better don't turn around.
We were just driving and suddenly there's a turtle in the middle of the road, walking across.
Turtles?
Tortoise. Yeah, not turtle. Last night we slept next to a lake, I think it's Marovo, something like that. And the plan today was to go for a hike. However, we really urgently need groceries, especially vegetables. We have 1 cucumber, and that is all we have for fruits and vegetables. And just generally groceries, we're a bit down. And then the other thing is, to get groceries we need money in the right currency, which we do not have. So now we're gonna go to a town 40 minutes away. Hopefully we'll exchange money, get groceries, buy vegetables, and then come back for a hike and another night.
Of course it's gonna take, what, 3 hours or something? Because like the 40 minutes drive is at least a bit longer, like an hour or something, with the way we are driving. If it would only be groceries, it would probably not be a thing, because, well...
Yesterday evening we passed lots of places where we could buy groceries, we just didn't have the money.
And then we come back and the day is gonna be over, halfway anyways, and we are gonna be exhausted.
Time for Paul's dinner review.
This is not a döner. This is a döner sandwich crossover. The meat tastes very good, but it's also rather chewy. I haven't gotten to the vegetables yet. This thing, my dad allowed me to take along, and it's basically literally a flint and steel. It's a cool thing. I got this from this idea from a friend in Northern Ireland. Yes mate, I bought it. Couldn't resist.
Something could be
have decided to come with us. This one, he's been following us everywhere we walk, and he's keeping up quite fine. The other one, can't see him anymore, but I think he possibly is still following us, but he's old and his legs aren't great and he probably can't make it. And he could have stayed in the shade outside our van with a bowl of water and chill and wait for us to come back. But he decided to come along, and I feel very bad. There was a big patch of mud and the dog half disappeared, and so did my shoe. Driving was absolute chaos today, but we've arrived at Matka Canyon. We've parked to have a look around. As soon as we parked, a guy came up and was like, I have reserved parking for the restaurant, there's free Wi-Fi and reserved parking. And we're like, are we in the parking place? And he's like, no, I have free Wi-Fi and reserved parking, you only have to pay for parking. And Paul's like, okay, show me. So now Paul's going to be shown by this guy where we can pay for parking to eat at the restaurant and get free Wi-Fi. It is 8:45. We are hiking the Matka Canyon. It's a bit of an early start for us today. It's a very touristy place, so we decided we'll come a bit before all the tourists, have a nice day. We also still want to go to Skopje today, so we've got a bit of a full day. But yeah, I woke up at 6:30, not unusual for me because it's very light these days.
I woke up at 7, very unusual for me.
And we had a quick breakfast and got ready to go. And now we're starting our hike. And it's quite nice because it's like not super warm yet. We've got a little breeze. It's like warm, but like not too warm. It's beautiful. It's quite empty. Yeah. Exciting day. Full day. We see what happens.
Literally the first ones here today. You wonder why I know that so sure? Because the amount of spider webs I get in my face have proven that nobody has gone yet along this path today. it, but it doesn't want to go now. I can do whatever I want. Here, lad, come. I don't want to touch your wings, but your legs. Go, 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 go. Thank you.
It's 9:30 now and it is warm and it's like quite humid. Well, not so humid, but like a little bit.
To the end of this walk officially, and well, at the end of this walk there's the cave. It's just that the cave is on the other side and they didn't build a bridge, so it seems that you can only get there by boat. Why walking here?
On the map for hiking trails, you know, it shows a hiking trail to the cave and it ends right at the cave, so it's like you've got this 2.5-hour hiking trail that ends at the cave, except you get there and you can't go to the cave, and it's just so stupid because then we have to like walk back another 2.5 hours, get a boat to the thing. Like, mate, we just decided not to get a boat and to just walk to the cave. Anyway, it's nearly 10:15 now. By the time we're back, it's gonna be like after 12. We still want to go on today, so we're not going to the cave. This feels really stupid. It's very annoying. So the first kayaker of the day has made it. There's also been a couple boats coming past. Look, you get off the boat there, you go up there, and then there's like a path up there to the cave somewhere there.
Haley said it will be filling up fast.
I thought because it's such a small bottle. It's nearly full. It's like 3:10 now, and we arrived more than an hour ago in Skopje. But it's really hot. It's like over 30 degrees. We're kind of dying.
No wind.
No wind. But we parked, we found our parking place. It's kind of in the shade. There's meant to be Wi-Fi there. We couldn't connect. And now we're going into the city. We don't have much that we've planned to see, but we'll look around.
Following a book that we have as a sort of guide. Skopje was impressing the people from the book with a lot of very fancy buildings. I'm exhausted.
And the plan is also to find somewhere to eat dinner and potentially have Wi-Fi so we can plan the next week.
I think no building can impress me more right now.
Fancy buildings are definitely here, and lots of them.
We have turned into a restaurant, and apparently it's 15 years old, and you can basically just order whatever and they will make it. We stuck to the menu anyways.
Paul has a Caesar salad.
And I mean, that seems to be a good salad for a Caesar salad.
I have a Skopje salad, something like that. And we have fresh juice. I have orange, Paul has lemon. I have souvlaki and baked vegetables. Paul has a burger and bread over there. Food was nice, also super cheap.
How much was it in total in the end?
1,500,
yeah.
1,500.
Which is? $10? No.
15? 15 euros? Wait, we have to do this maths.
Math is right?
Maths is correct.
It's just a bit unbelievable.
15 euros? Last night, a guy tried to sell us parking with free Wi-Fi next to the free parking for 15 euros. Today, we got
all that what you saw
for 15 euros.
You know what I just realized? for 15 euros we wouldn't even have gotten a pizza in Pisa. I think it was, what, 16?
Also, included in this 15 euros, we also did get Wi-Fi along with it.
We could park our bums.
Yeah. A day later, it's still roasting. Paul slept quite badly because of the heat. I slept alright eventually. My legs hurt from all the hiking. We're gonna do shopping and then we're gonna head to the border.
You know how we eat a lot of muesli? Well, I've got the right shelf. It's on offer. And this is all good mueslis that we already found once. We're very happy. Thank you. Got us a sausage. A little bit of sausage. It looked good and it was a little bit. It's a bit heavier than you thought.
Yeah. Dinner time.
I think they don't quite know what the doner is in these countries.
This is again not quite a doner. This is a durum. It's not it, according to Paul.
Getting rid of the last bit of money. And your man is being very helpful and even cleans the screen for us. It's a service you don't get often.